How to keep your retriever focused despite distractions. Welcome to Cornerstone Gundog Academy, where you can learn to train your retriever with our online videos. One of the most awesome and incredible traits that a retriever can possess is a beautiful and intense focus, even in the face of distractions. To have a retriever get to that point, though, you've got to do the right things in the right order, and it takes time. Our online courses lay out everything for you step by step in the right order so that that naturally happens as you work through the courses. Just take a look at CGA member Ben and his dog for a moment. That was really awesome, right? His dog sat there nice and steady even as the birds were decoying in. Great work, CGA member Ben. Now, what I want to do with you is share a couple of tips because there's so many things that you could be working on, and there's really a lot of things that you need to work on to get your dog to this level. But I want to share with you two things that you can take away right now and start implementing to get success and to help your dog to develop that intense focus. And the first thing that I want you to think about is it really just starts with you. I want you to focus in on every single detail as you're training your dog. A big habit that a lot of people fall into as they're working their dogs is they go out and they generally do things. They think about things in general terms. They think about the retrieve in general terms. They think about steadiness generally, but dogs do not learn that way. They learn a little bit differently than we do. Dogs are very distinct in the way that they learn, and they're very focused in on small details, whereas you and I may be more focused on general things. And so that's why I need you to focus in on the small details if you want your dog to stay intense and focused. So if you go out there and you take a general approach, your dog's going to take a general approach when they're out there working for you. But if you take a detailed approach and you focus on every little thing that they do and exactly how they do it. For example, when you line your dog up and you're going to send them on a retrieve, are you focusing on how they're lined up? Are they lined up perfectly? Or on a marked retrieve, are you waiting until your dog is focused in when you send them on the mark, or are you just sending them, and even if their head or their eyes turn a different direction from where the mark fell? It's all in the details, and every single detail matters. There's so many details that you could really think about, but there's just a few that you can kind of keep in the back of your mind, such as what I've already mentioned. But the big key here is when you go out there, focus on every little thing. Don't just be satisfied with average. Don't be satisfied with kind of where your dog's at. I want you to focus in on the details. If you do that, it's going to make a big difference. But the second thing that you can do is going to make a big difference if you use it in conjunction with focusing on the details, and that's preparing for every situation that you may face. There's a lot of different situations that you may face, and if you train in the same area every single time you go out and train, your dog's going to do great. They're going to crush it in that area. But when you go out on a hunt, if you go out into a place that you've never been before, and then all of a sudden a retrieve happens that you've never prepared for, odds are your dog's not going to handle that exactly right. So you're going to have to stay focused in and prepare your dog for multiple different situations. I recommend training in as many different situations as you can with as many different distractions, as many different sights, sounds, and smells, and different terrains. What you need to do is think through the places that you're going to be hunting and think through all the different scenarios that you may find yourself in and prepare for everything, because it's just going to happen. You're going to get out there and that one thing that you least expected is going to happen. That one bird is going to go in the spot that you least expected it. If you will do all this and you'll do these two key tips in conjunction with each other, it's going to make a big difference. Focus on the details and prepare for any and every situation that may come your way. If you do that, you're going to start to see your dog be a lot more focused in the field.